Welcome the internet back to the next episode of Emrae, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign in a world of my own design. This is 5th edition. As always, I am Skeksis, aka Jim, your game master. With us as well is Jindorum Jin Draprax, our dragonborn sorcerer, aka Zach. Leganor, our glasses wearing, gun toting son of a bitch, aka our human fighter slash bard, Jeff. And last but not least, the baldest of us all, Wallace Stoneguard, the human tank, the human dodge action, aka Mike.
Add that to my list of nicknames.
Unfortunately, if you are following along all the episodes that I managed to not destroy in OBS, you will have missed last episode as I was without my laptop and unable to stream it. But in that episode, quite a bit happened. I'm going to let Mike tell us all about it.
You didn't tell me I was gonna.
No, I mean you don't have to do the whole shooting match if you're not. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Good lord.
It's okay.
No, I'm not. My notes definitely aren't in a story form. I could just rattle off facts.
I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. So at the end of the previous session, we ended in the arena quarters that our party has sort of been granted, but Sturgis never made it back. Dun dun dun! So, rather than go to bed, the party decided to seek out our dwarven friend, and they split up. So
much to the surprise of the DM, who apparently didn't think we would do that.
Much to the surprise of the DM, who thought y'all were going to be like, whatever, he'll be fine. I don't really like him. So, Wallace set out in search of Seth, who seems to know a lot about the arena. He uncovered the administration building and sort of learned that unlike searching for someone where the system doesn't know where they are, where it would say, location unknown for your target, the system was spitting out that there was no data, so he's just not in the system. And apparently people were reacting very strangely when he was inquiring about them. So Wallace smelled that something was afoot. Eventually he located Seth, who showed him an underground secret sort of base of his own, and divulged a little more information about the world that they're in. That not all is what it seems. The utopia they think they're in is not quite so peaceful, and he suspects that the higher-ups in the arena administration themselves have captured Sturgis. And in order to find him, they have to win their next fight, which is tomorrow morning at 11, in order to get to the green room, which seems to be the way in to wherever Sturgis is being kept. But since they're short a man for their fight, Seth also mentioned that he was going to finagle some things and make sure that in this fight they were paired with a useful houseman and not just a random player, to make sure that they were successful in this battle. And the name that he gave you was Skull Crusher the Brave. Was the name of the houseman.
Well, I was not given that information.
Well, no, because the DM hadn't determined it yet.
The houseman.
The houseman, okay. Skull Crusher the Brave. Now, while all of that was happening... This is hilarious. While all of that was happening, on the other side of town, Leganor and Jin thought it would be a good idea to speak to someone they knew in the city. And that person they expected to find was the repless, homeless street urchin from whom they saved from the Green Caps a couple nights prior.
Vif Scorath.
Vif Scorath. Scorath? That doesn't sound right.
Sorask.
Sorask sounds better.
Oh, typos.
Vif Sorask. They knew that he was somewhere in the Scholars District, and they couldn't quite remember the name of the tavern they saw him outside of. And when they asked which was the tin horn, by the way. But when they asked around, they were asking for Rusty something, and were led to a place called the Rusty Stool. Upon making it past the bouncer-style doorman, they entered into a dark red lit black bar club populated heavily with scantily clad S&M style dragonborns, gathered in groups of 4s and 5s, each with their own sort of plaything of various other human and demi-human races. They grabbed a drink from the bar. I believe Jin drank his and Leganor did not. And the bartender joined them. And it was at this point that we faded to black and ended the episode. So now you're all caught up from what you missed. And Dragonborn Sex Dungeon is the name of my new band. So, we open back at the bar. Right where we left off. No time has passed.
Say, barkeep, before we, get involved, whatever you call this over here, we're actually, my buddy and I are looking for a particular plaything.
Well, we have all kinds of playthings here, there, thither, and yon. I'm sure
of course.
I'm sure your big friend over here could tell you how to play.
Wouldn't you like to know? Well, you see, he's pretty shy, but he goes by the name of Vif Skorath. Skoras.
Vif
Skoras.
Skoras? I'd like to score some of that out.
Exactly.
Did we claim this was family friendly? We lied.
I don't believe I ever made any such claim. I just realized my other tab was streaming, not the tab I wanted.
Oops.
So yeah, goes by the name of Vif. You ever make his way around here?
Vif Skoras. Did you say Vif Skoras?
No, because I'm pretty sure you would still be laughing if that was the case.
Sorry, honey, can't say I'm aware of that particular name.
If you didn't know, would anyone else be an obvious choice to know in a place like this? Like, is there anyone that keeps track of all the patrons?
What forums he in? You should ask around the forums.
Well, this one.
He's a scholar? Oh, you should go to the Scholars Forum Citadel.
He resides within the Scholars Forum area, but he's not actually.
Oh, he's a Replus? Ew.
Yeah.
No, honey, I wouldn't know any Replus in this establishment.
Would you even let him in?
Hell no. What's he gonna offer us? Except gross diseases.
That's our kink, so thanks for that.
Well, excuse me.
I look over. I think that guy over there needs to get a drink, and then I turn to Jin, like, "Hey,
Huh?
I mean, yeah, you can always come back, but I don't think we're gonna find him here."
I'm gonna look around a little more. If you wanna
just look, huh? Just look.
Just gonna poke around a little bit.
I'm sure. Just a little. Just the tip, right?
Just yeah. I gotta leave a tip for the bartender. Yep, tip. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So.
Oh, hey, did you see that? Whoa, look at that guy's doing.
How about this? You come get back to the domicile tonight at some point, so we can have a good fight tomorrow. Because if we wake up and you're not back, I'm gonna have to drag Wallace over here, and I know he won't be too happy about that.
All right. Well, can we stay for just another couple minutes?
You can stay. I'm gonna go look for Vif.
Come back. All right.
I don't think they're going anywhere, are they?
No, they're not. They're gonna be here tomorrow, aren't they? Okay, fine. Let's take a walk.
We've already paid for our drinks, right? Like you pay when you order. We don't.
I think that's how rep works, right?
Yeah, it's rep, remember?
Okay. I just want to make sure we're not walking out on a tab.
No,
then-
yeah, it's not how that works.
A horde of scantily clad dragonborn come demanding money. All right, so I start
Some
heading out.
scene out of Monty Python's Flying Circus, just running down the hall, just running down the street.
Chased by a bunch of naked leather-clad dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
At this point, I'm just making a beeline to the exit, and want to resume the search.
I slowly but hesitantly follow because I understand that we have a fight tomorrow.
Reluctantly.
Reluctantly, yes.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
I kind of walk backwards as we walk out the door.
So you guys
Hold me
leave.
back.
You leave the den.
Hold me back, bro. Hey, bro. Listen, like, man, I like this place. You gotta come back here. You wanna come back with me tomorrow?
You can tell me all about it if you want.
Okay. Now we gotta go find Sorask, right?
Yeah. How did we even get to this place anyway? What do we think we were going to find here?
Obviously, that wasn't the right bar we were looking for. We gotta
Alright,
dig
well,
up the other place.
Why don't we go look for... there's got to be more than one watering hole around here. And I'm pretty sure the next one's not going to be anything like that. So at this point, I'm walking around the area looking for any passersby and just hey, where's a good place to get a drink around here? Hey, friends.
The first couple of people you talk to mention the Rusty Stool. As you get further away from the Rusty Stool, people start pointing you in different directions. So you have some people are saying that you should head over here.
Are they saying the name of the place? I guess it wouldn't really matter.
Well, yeah, because you don't remember the name of the place. You thought it was Rusty something.
We rolled. That was a wisdom save that we
It
failed,
was an
right?
aided wisdom that you guys, I think, rolled an
That's
8.
right. Oh, the 8 and the 7.
Yeah.
Back to back.
We get just the general area.
Yeah, so it's like there's places you can drink over here. There's places you can drink over here, and there's places you can drink more in the northern end over here.
All right. Well, let's go to the closest one to the southeast.
So you're gonna head over here.
Yep.
All right, cool. So you meander your way through the streets. It's getting kind of late, and it's probably like 1 a.m. at this stage. After you're wandering around and you're cajoling with Dragonborn. But as any good city, the nightlife is a bustling, and there's plenty of gas lights and lanterns and neon signs and such that are keeping things well lit and active. The clientele of the folks around, you see a lot less like well-dressed people and more sort of raggedy clothing. And as you get closer to the water, sort of the maintenance of the buildings starts to degrade, you've noticed. But it starts to look familiar.
Huh. I turn to Jin. I go, hey, if you've snapped out of it by this point, doesn't this place... I think we've been here before, huh? A couple nights ago?
It does look familiar. All right, you wanna check it out?
Sure. At this point, I'm going to do the same thing as before. Instead of just going right into the tavern, I want to kind of get a look around the alleys, wherever I think Vif might be if he's in that area.
Okay, sure. So you approach what appears to be the local watering hole, which again looks familiar. So you're pretty confident you're in the right place. And
Sure.
Lo and behold, around the back you see that same alley that you were present before. Now it all snaps into place. This is in fact the back alley of the Tin Horn.
Do we see that name yet, or do we just know it's the right alley?
You haven't seen a sign, but you know you recognize and know that you're in the right place.
Jin, this is it. Let's keep an eye out for him. And so I'm going to start scouring the alley, and I'm not going to call out too loud, but like if I
describe how you're scouring, and Zach, what are you doing?
I'm following him. I'm kind of looking behind him, so kind of like almost like my back to him, kind of looking opposite directions,
Okay.
cover more ground.
So you're back to back, sort of meandering down the alley, and Jeff, you're doing what?
Just wandering through, like if you're, kind of walking through Skid Row, like you're not walking too fast, not walking too slow, eyes around. If I see anyone, in a cardboard box or whatever, maybe, hey, Viv, is that you? That kind of thing. I mean, I don't know if I should. I'm trying to understand exactly what it like. Are we? Is this tight and closed alleyways, or is this more open with like this area right here being the only?
Yeah. So let's say that it's sort of like an alley you'd find in Manhattan between two buildings, so you could
Okay.
maybe fit a
They're
car
relatively
one way
narrow.
down it.
Gotcha. All right, so
but
I'm
there's
going down.
trash and dumpster and junk.
Oh, I see. I
underneath
was picturing kind of like a wider alley. Okay,
Yeah, so
All right.
I'm going down that alley and then just kind of looking around.
kicking all the boxes that I see.
kicking boxes.
Yeah, just like seeing if there's anything in it. Like,
A couple of boxes you kick, you hear like a meow, and a cat scutters out of it. Scurries, excuse me. You continue, so the alley goes for a ways, like it cuts all the way through the block, and then on the other side of the buildings, there's like it's the back side of stuff, so it's like an opening between like a square, like it opens it's like a lollipop shape almost. So you
Sure.
go down, yeah.
In terms of time, what time is it again? It's nighttime, right?
Yeah, it's like after 1 a.m.
All right, yeah. So like I pick up a pebble on the ground and I just cast light on it so that I have like kind of like a little lantern. I assume that we're in a dark alley.
Yeah,
it's
been dark. When you do that, you see rats and cats scatter in different directions, and both of you roll perception. So Jeff, you notice running to the left and to the right, you just catch a glimpse of like feet as they are lost beyond the corners.
Oh, Jin, this way, and then Viv, it's us. Remember, Viv. I'm running toward it.
Yeah, I'm staying right behind you, right?
So you're running which way, left or right?
Whichever way I saw the feet go.
You saw
There were two sets of feet.
two sets of feet, one left, one right.
Oh, I see. I figured we were running up the alley and then maybe we'll split.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Which one's the better lit area, or is it about the same?
So, hang on, let me draw. let me.
He's carrying the light with him.
Or let me just.
I don't.
Hey, Jin,
I don't have a map, but let me.
Jin, give me one of those. Give me one of those little lanterns, and then
Pick up another pebble, cast light, and hand it to me.
Now we can split up.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw you on this map, just so that you can, just so we have a grid to work with.
Okay.
Obviously not grass, and all this stuff is left over from a previous fight. But let me just get rid of
Oh.
this and this and this. Yeah, it's sad.
What was his name?
I forget.
Hold on, did I write that down? Oh, I may have lost my notes since then. No? Hold on. Oh, I don't think I wrote his name down. That's too bad.
So, when you guys are about... No, don't move me yourself. When you guys are about here... like this. When you guys are about here, you see feet go that way and that way.
Okay. Jin, take the south.
Roger. So.
And I'll I assume we don't need to say we're dashing, right? We can just run.
Yeah, it's not combat.
Okay. And off we go.
All right, so as you come around the corner with your light, what you see is it kind of opens up like this, not like that, like so, like so. So there's buildings all around. like stairwells
Hmm.
and grates and vents. There on this side of the wall there is a grate in the bottom of the building, like so. There is a manhole cover here. There's a pile of junk there. Pile of junk there. A big dumpster with some trash barrels. There's a grate in the bottom of the wall here. This is closed off. And there's a big pile of like boxes and debris there as well. And as you come around
So
the
do I-
corner, you don't see a person.
Just saw the feet. All right. Well, I'll just kind of pause there then, instead of running straight ahead, like right here where I can see everything. And Viv, it's your friends. Remember us from the other night? We got you out of that jam.
You were met with silence.
Yeah. So okay. I'm gonna kind of like sneak around, kind of just not really sneak, just like examine around, look around.
Okay.
Kind of
So
head around here.
this pile of trash over here, you see it doesn't look as haphazard like an actual pile of junk. It looks more like boxes and crates and cans, tarp type material of different, varying heights. There's no light, there's no sound coming from it, but it's
Sure.
it seems to be placed there intentionally.
All right, cool. So like I'm gonna if there's like a tarp laying over it or something, I'll just kind of like peek under the tarp, shine my little light in there.
As you lift the tarp, you see that the crate it was covering kind of leads in, like it goes inward, deeper than the size of the crate, and then the light kind of disperses.
Hey, Leganor, come here. Check this out.
Ah,
Found something. And I show him underneath there. You wanna take a look in here? Seems like a nice little hidey hole. Viv, you in there, buddy?
Viv,
You're met with
We got
silence.
synth. You got synth, right?
Viv, we got Synth and Rep if you come out and talk to us just for a second. Remember us? We dusted off with those green caps. I got Synth and Rep for anyone that can help me find my friend Viv. Nothing? I look at Jin like,
I bend down. Can I fit in this, or is it like?
Yeah, I mean you'd have to army crawl.
Yeah. Okay. So I kind of like just poke my head in, just kind of army crawl in a little bit and look
I'll
around.
sit out here and kind of keep watch just in case.
Okay. As you're army crawling to the end of this sort of hallway, in air quotes, your light then shines around a corner to the right, and you see a small boy huddled with his arms around his knees in a corner, with some dirty rags around his feet, his bare feet, and he's shuddering silently.
Oh, hey,
And
buddy.
we cut to Mike.
I'm just walking back to my room, going in, seeing that nobody's back yet. I'm like, well, I trust I'll be fine. They're together after all. Yeah, I need my sleep.
All right, Mike gets a long rest. Back to Jeff and Jack.
Like, I appreciate you wanting to include me. I don't think you want me to roleplay sleeping for the next 10 minutes.
Nope, you did what we needed. Okay, yeah. So you see a small boy huddled in the corner.
Hey, buddy. Listen, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm sure. Is he? How is he reacting to a dragonborn's head?
He's like trying to press his body as far back as he can into nothing.
Okay. He seems a little. I'll kind of crawl back out, and be like, "Hey, Leganor, man, I think I scared the kid. There's somebody in there. Maybe you should go." Hey, Leganor, what do you think about that, buddy?
Can I hear him from out here?
He came out to tell you that.
Oh,
Kind
I'm
of.
sorry.
I kind of wiggled my way back out, and because I basically just terrified this kid because, giant dragonborn face sticking into your hidey hole in the middle of the night
Please
is rather
don't capture
terrifying.
me for your sex dungeon. He does not say
I don't like leather.
that.
You know what, Jin? I mean, we can, but Fifth's not out here. I mean, we saved him from a pretty good dust up. I can't imagine why you'd want to hide from us now. It's getting late. Why don't we just
All right.
call it a night? I mean, I need to make sure I'm got all my spells back for tomorrow. Last time was pretty freaking close.
Fair enough. All right, let's just go home. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, time to go enjoy the plumbing.
That sounds like a plan. All
What
that ale
are-
from the
what are-
sex dungeon's running right through me.
Okay. So you've backed out of the little hidey hole, and you guys are talking to each other about this.
Yes.
What are both of your passive perceptions?
12.
Passive. Where is that? Oh, 14.
Okay, so as you guys are talking about ignoring the kid and going back to whatever, Jeff, you see Jin suddenly stop talking as Jin feels a thud on the back of his head and everything goes black. And as you turn in the direction where that came from, the same happens to you, Jeff. And that's the last thing you see before everything fades to black.
Oh.
Oh.
Some amount of time passes.
Oh no!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And the two of you, well, I guess Jin would first. Jin, you awaken, your head ringing in your ears,
Whoa.
to the smell of damp, dusty, musty, wet, gross, sweaty ick. The ground under you feels moist. It's dark. You don't have dark vision?
No, that's why we got
Dragonborn. Dragonborn do not have dark
Right,
vision.
okay. Yeah, so
Humans, Dragonborn, and
Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that.
Didn't mean to do what? What'd you do? Oh, that's fine.
three
I
races.
accidentally.
Yeah, so it's dark. It smells gross. You're on your side. The ground is damp, and you can't see anything. It's like pitch black.
Oh man, do we have that? Oh, it's so squishy. Are we back at the sex dungeon? Oh god, the floor's all wet.
Jeff, you start to awaken hearing him say these things. Same for you. It's pitch black. The ground feels kind of squishy a little, like it's solid under you, but whatever you're on is like squishy and moist, and it's dark.
Do I have anything on my person that I can feel?
As you feel around, you're not naked, but you can't seem to locate any sort of weapon or your like pack. You're just wearing clothes.
Why don't we get some light here, Jin?
Yeah, definitely. I'll feel around until I just feel like any sort of hard object on the ground, be like a pebble or a stone, or would I be able to find something like that?
So you're feeling around. As you do, you realize that there's like a heaviness to your arms, and you have like a rope around your wrists. But like they're not tied together; they're separate. But as you're feeling around, you don't feel any objects, and the ground again, it's firm, like it's hard underneath, but there's some layer of squishiness.
Good.
Well, I'm tied. Are you tied up?
Yeah, I'm tied up. All right. You know what? Then you know what I'm gonna do, Jim. I am going to. Oh, God. Yep. I'm gonna burn a spell slot here. I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself.
Okay. When you do that, you can see that you are inside of a makeshift box fort, like cardboard box. The floor is cardboard. The walls are cardboard. The roof is cardboard, and it's like 4 foot tall, so you wouldn't be able to stand. Um, and you're laying down, and there's a rope tied around your wrists that goes through a iron hook that's like driven into the pavement or concrete floor through the cardboard off in the corner. And both of your ropes are attached to the same iron like eyelet.
Okay.
And as you look out, there's like an opening. Let me draw this better for you. Sorry. Draw freehand. So you're in an area that kind of looks like this. There's the little eyelet here, and you're both like here and here.
Oh, I see.
So what you can see is that this little room of cardboardness, you can basically see like that. You don't know what else is around.
So all right. So I described that. Describe that to Lycanor and.
Yeah,
Let me
you
see.
can't see Jeff, but he explains your situation.
Alrighty. Well, looks like we got taken here.
Yep. You got anything on you that can cut us out of these bindings here?
I mean, I assume if I don't have any of my gear, that means all of it, including the small knife.
Yeah, you're stripped down to just your clothes.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I mean, let me see something. Do we happen to have any idea how long has passed, time-wise? No clue, right?
I mean, judging by how hungry you are, you can assume that it hasn't been long enough to starve you.
Okay, fair enough.
But,
Is it? And we can't see outside. We can't see any light or anything like that
no,
coming from.
it's pitch black in this room. The only
Pitch
reason you can
black,
see anything
okay.
is because of dark vision.
Because of dark vision. All right. All right. So, Lycanor, we got to get out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're bound by ropes. I can get us out with a firebolt or something, but then we risk doing damage to anything around us. Also taking a little bit of a risk in lighting this place on fire.
Yeah, and the rest of the city.
And also the city.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose all we can do is, I mean, can I try to untie myself or get out? Wiggle free of the rope.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? Like sleight of hand break it, or strength break it? Sleight of hand escape
Sleight of
artist.
hand.
Yeah, sure. Make a sleight of hand roll. I have a DC in mind. Go ahead and give your roll. Perfect. So you're able to finagle your way, sort of like unlock your thumb and squeeze your way out of your bonds, and you got your right arm free.
Well, I'll start untying the rest of myself then.
All right, your arms are free.
Right.
There's now a 10-foot length of rope on the floor.
Jin, where are you?
I'm right here, and I kind of like tap you on the shoulder just to show you where I am.
Feel
You know
around
what?
in the dark.
Yeah, okay.
Untie.
Do I see once he unties me? Can I look around? Can I see a way out?
So yeah, as you're now both untied, and there are two 10-foot lengths of rope on the ground. Again, the ceiling's about 4 foot, so you can't stand up straight without bonking your head. But you can see the opening that I've shown. That's as far as you can see, and there's an opening that way.
All right. Let me just poke my head around this corner, see where we're going. I kind of look out the opening. They kind of slowly
Yeah,
kind of
so,
peek out.
so what I'll
See
have you
what's
guys
going on.
do is just don't move past what you can see, and then I will draw what you see.
I see. Okay, cool.
I didn't pre-make this map, but I know what we're doing here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so as you look through, this goes to about here, and then there's another wall like this.
Well, this time I say we stick together, even if
And
we have to backtrack.
the wall type is shifting. Like this part of the wall is like a wooden pallet with a tarp. Well, not a tarp, but like with something over it. This part of the wall is like cardboard. There's like wood. There's
Yeah.
mix and
Wait a
blend.
minute. Can I just like try to stand up? Just like, rah! Like not like that, but just like kind of like just push the ceiling up.
Yeah. So
Can I-
so when you try to stand up, not only are you hitting cardboard, but there's obviously something on top of it. It's not just the weight of like a cardboard box that you could just push your way through.
Got it.
There's some give. I mean, it's not like a solid concrete ceiling, but there's clearly stuff on top.
Can I push my way through?
Um,
Like, am I strong enough to?
what are you trying? You trying to like break the cardboard and go up? That's your goal.
Yes. Yeah, I want to see if
do,
I can just get
do
out.
I mean, you can do an athletics check. Yeah, so you stand up and you can clearly push on and lift the cardboard, but whatever's above you, where you're standing is like too heavy for you to really budge it. There's some play, there's some give. Like I said, it's not like a concrete structure, but it's too heavy for you to push with enough force to break the cardboard open and scale upwards. It also doesn't help
Okay.
that like you're hunched over when you're trying to do this,
Fair enough. All right. Yeah. So we can't get out that way. So then I'll just keep moving. Come to here.
When you get to here, this terminates like that. And then there's like a rolled up sheet and some scraps of food over here. And this goes like this. You can see that.
What's under the sheet? Well, I guess I can't see. I'm depending on Jin right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of ignore the sheet and just kind of keep moving down this hall here.
Are you holding Jeff? How does he know where you're going?
I figured he was gonna like. Okay.
I'll just grab his tail.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
As you get to here, this goes like this. That's it.
Okay.
And then this kind of does one of these. And then there's another like sheet over here and another sheet over here. Hang on, don't move yet.
Oh, sorry.
And then here on this sheet is a small child asleep.
Do I recognize this small child?
No.
Okay, I'll walk up and kind of nudge him with my toe as I'm hunched over him. Hey! Because I'm pissed off. Hey,
As you
wake up,
nudge him,
kid!
his eyes pop open. He sees your face. He stands up and shouts, "They got out! They got out! They got out!" And he tries to run this way.
At this point, I kind of turn back to Leganor. I'm just like, you know what? All right, I gotta burn this, and I touch him and I cast Dark Vision on him as well. So I've used. So now he can see.
Yeah, Jeff, you can see.
All right. So now, all right, buddy.
As he
So
does
we
that,
just alerted.
You see a kid run away that way.
Grab him.
Yes, I take a quick step after him and try to grab for him.
It's hard to move because you're hunched over and he is not. So you're unable to gain on him.
Okay.
But as you're chasing him, I can tell you that this goes like this. And he continues that way. Sorry, I should use different colors, but that's obnoxious to keep changing the color.
Yep, I'm just going to keep
sorry about that,
on...
Jeff. Didn't mean to delete you. I was trying to delete the pink.
I'm trying to run after this kid, just try to figure out... keeping an eye out where I'm trying to get out.
Let me see here. So this continues like that. And then you see this. And he went that way.
I'm going to just poke my head here and look left and right.
Okay. Now you poke your head in here, you look left and right. This goes like this. And this goes like this.
What do you think, Leganar? We follow this kid?
Let's do it.
Follow the kid.
Alrighty. At this point, you no longer have vision of the kid. This wall goes like this. This goes like this.
Did I see which way the kid went?
No, you've lost sight of him. When you get to here,
Lost him.
hold please.
Oh,
I need to grab something quick here. So when you get to here, there's a guy standing right there. And roll initiative.
This guy over here.
Oh, where the heck is that? Where did I put that thing? Here we go. Dun, 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 ding. Settings. Descending. Okay. Leganor, you go first.
Do you mind letting me see any of this?
What's that?
Do you mind letting me see any of this?
I don't know how. You'd have to watch the stream. I don't know how I'd let you see it.
Oh, all right. Am I allowed
Or
to do
just
that?
put his token on it so you can watch.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Sorry, I didn't realize you weren't even.
Yeah,
I was like, why can't you see this?
I've just been staring at
I'm
darkness.
so sorry, Mike. My apologies.
I'm not there. I mean, it's.
Can you see now?
It's this is what Wallace is seeing. No.
Okay, hang on. I gotta make this represent
I was
you.
just like, I'm asleep.
It didn't
This
even.
is accurate.
It didn't even dawn on me that you couldn't see.
It's all right. Like the moment he says roll initiative, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a while.
Can you see?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So as you come around, so Mike, for your benefit, I'll switch to red just so you can see. They were chained up over here. They wandered here, Jin went over to here. There was a kid sleeping over here. He ran off this way. They followed.
Lost him.
They lost him because they looked through here, and he went that way, and now they're where you see them. And around through that little opening, there. Oh, that was too many things to delete. Through that little opening,
Thank you.
a guy has appeared, holding up a knife.
Oh, he's holding a knife. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, as soon as I see him, you're going to need to make a wisdom save for him, DC 14. I'm going to cast Suggestion. Okay. It's my turn.
All right, cool. I mean,
lost
you
my
have
window.
movement if you want.
I mean, where am I going to run to?
Because it's hunched over, by the way, this is going to be considered difficult terrain, so it'll be half movement.
Not like we can go very far anyway.
Yeah. Jin.
Okay. I will take a step here. Actually, no. I'm gonna stay here. Can I see what this guy's wearing?
He's wearing clothes, like raggedy, junky clothes.
Okay. So this guy is not much of a threat. So I'm going to just shocking grasp him. If possible, well, you can't do non-lethal with a
You
cantrip,
can
right?
choose anything to be non-lethal.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, whatever. Shocking grasp, non-lethal.
Is that the attack roll?
That is the. I just clicked it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
It is a
No,
melee attack.
that's not.
It's a physical
just-
melee attack. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, that hits for 7.
Mhm.
He is shockingly grasped.
Okay, and then that also. Can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Sure.
So then I will step here, and then I'm done.
Cool. He then says, how did you get out? And he swipes at you with his knife.
Swipes at who?
You.
Okay.
With his knife. What is it? For 16.
16. My AC is 13, so
Yeah, so
yeah.
that
To
he
hit.
hits you and deals 2 points of damage.
Ooh. Well, go ahead. Yeah. Like, I give him a dirty look.
Which brings up Leganor.
Same thing. Suggestion.
Okay. So you're going to use suggestion again. Success, I believe.
All right. I look at him, kind of get all crazy eyed, and I say, peacefully take us to who's in charge and help us find our belongings and return them as soon as possible.
Okay. He's this way. And he walks this way.
I follow.
Alright. This looks like this. Dun, 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 dun. He wanders to here. And when you get to here,
Is it still, even though I have dark vision, I would be able to tell if any of this was lit up, right? And I assume that's a dwarf, which is why he can fit and also see in the dark.
he's not a dwarf, he's a guy.
He's a guy, okay. So he's hunched over and apparently blind as well.
He's hunched over.
So there's no visible light source, but he's somehow able to see.
As of this, well, you have dark vision cast on you.
Yeah.
So I guess what I should say is when you get to about the opening where he appeared, the color is returning to your eyes.
I see. Okay.
And as you enter into here, there's 2 more guys standing over here. He stands here. as he comes around the corner. Jin, you're following along, I assume, yes?
Oh, I just figured I'd wait for my turn. But yeah, okay.
Oh,
Still in
sorry, I guess
initiative,
turn
you know.
kind of ended when he did suggestion and he was no longer a hostile character.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I should have made that clear. But when you
No,
get
no,
to
it's
when you get to here, so the guy you were talking to shouts at this guy and says, "Greg, they told me to come find you. Here he is." Greg and this other guy, meanwhile, see the two of you behind them and say, "Paul, what have you done? You let him escape!" And they charge at you.
Are we going with the same initiative or keeping the same order?
We will re-roll as it is a technically new combat.
okay. Click, click. Ooh.
Ooh.
So, this
And they
guy
rolled my.
charges to here and pokes at you, Leganor, with a little knife.
15.
Missing. He then grabs Greg, or Paul, excuse me, and shoves him out of the way to there. This guy runs up to here, and he also tries to poke at you, Leganor, with his little makeshift knife, and misses. And he says, "Why did you come here?" And it is Jin's turn.
I yell, "You guys took us here!" And then cast.
We only want to find Vif. He's our friend. We helped him out. If you know him, just point us to where he is and we'll be on our way with our stuff. We got a fight in the arena later today.
That's too much for one round to go around.
Wait, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like step here and just shocking grasp this guy.
Okay.
Ooh.
You do not.
Very well. I do not.
Can shocking grasp
I'm not gonna
ignite
bother.
anything alight?
It cannot. No, it's that's yeah, exactly.
It's electricity?
It's lightning. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. I've been avoiding fire spells for that reason.
Let me ask you a question. Since he was still under the influence of suggestion and I told him to peacefully, are we saying that once his buddies entered into the fray that wore it off? Or is he still under the influence of peaceful?
This is the guy that brought you over here.
Okay.
And I need to just read suggestion real quick. Yeah, so anyway, that brings up your turn, Leganor. You suggest, of course, actually the sensor 2 magically plus creatures that can. Suggestion word is specify if condition isn't met, activate the performance. If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends. Okay. Okay, continue. Leganor.
I want to... Could I try to use a persuasion check, even though we're in the middle of combat, to bluff these guys?
This is Dungeons and Dragons. You can try to do anything at any time for any reason.
Inside 6 seconds.
Within 6 seconds. You should never ask, can I? You should always say, I'm going to.
Well, I just don't want to. Like, it's a skill check in the middle of combat.
That's
and it's
for
a social
me to tell you whether or not it'll work. That's how this game works, Jeff.
Right, well, I know that. All right, hypnotic pattern. Make them roll wisdom save DC 14.
You're casting hypnotic pattern, is that what you said?
Yep.
Burning all the spell slots before the fight.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
Wisdom save, DC 14, he fails.
He failed.
They get advantage?
What?
No, he just has that on at all times.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
it's
So you just ignore it.
it's
The second one.
You just use the first roll. But if it's DC 14, the 11 fails. I don't see hypnotic pattern though. I see suggestion again.
Well, I linked suggestion because you said you needed to read up on it.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. I can do that. Twisting pattern colors and pattern appears for a moment vanishes. The creature is in saving throw. On a failed save, the creature. So is it one creature? Each creature.
Mm-hmm.
On a failed save, they're
Fair
charmed.
effect, right?
While charmed, they're incompatible. Alright, so let me do one more save. They both fail. I should technically do one more save, even though he suggested.
Well, you have to because it's a concentration, so his suggestion ends the moment I cast hypnotic pattern.
Well, either way, they're all
Yeah.
hypnotic.
They're all hypnotically patterned.
Okay. Jin, let's find our shit and get the fuck out of here.
Definitely. Okay, fine. So I guess what do? We just kind of poke around in here. These guys are all just like chilling, right?
They're incapacitated and they have a movement of 0.
They're mesmerized, basically, if you will.
They're looking at a pretty lights and they're drooling out the corner of their eyes.
All right, I'm looking around
Drooling
the
out the corner
area
of
for.
their eyes. I mean mouth.
Yeah, I guess that's crying.
I think that's called crying. That's what I'm gonna say anytime I cry for the rest of my life.
I'm drooling out of my eyes.
Drooling,
Okay.
drooling out of the corner of my eyes.
I need to go enjoy the plumbing. I need to drool out of my eyes.
Oh, so you come around the corner,
Ah.
and you just see a bunch of junk strewn about, blankets and rags and sheets and piles in all the corners of this room. Let me just draw out some stuff. There's like a little pile of junk over here. There's a bunch of blankets covering a bunch of junk over here. Some rags and blankets piled up in a little ball over there.
So no. All right, well, I'll start looking through this stuff, see if I can find my belongings.
Okay, what are you looking through?
Everything, the closest thing to me.
Closest thing to you
Got a
is
minute to
here,
act.
and underneath that rag you see your belongings.
Do I see Jin's as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Jin,
Jesus.
grab it.
Fine.
How much time has passed since we're technically still in combat?
I don't know, 20 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna look under this pile over here. What do I see?
Various assorted rags and clothing and pants and shirts and stuff.
Okay. You know what, Jin? Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk our way out of having to fight today and mention how we were actually kidnapped tonight.
Fine. Yes. Okay.
Or start
And I
hightailing it.
guess. Yes.
Alright, you get to there, and you see that this goes this way, and this goes this way. When you get to here, this goes this way, and this goes that way. And there's like
Jin, let's
this
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
This kind of goes like this.
Jin, let's stick together.
All right. Which way you want to go? You want to go? Go east? Let's go east.
Okay, you get to here, and this goes like this.
Dead end? Oh, I see.
When you get to there, this goes like this.
Is this all cardboard?
Yeah, it's
All right,
like
double
sprawling.
back then.
Well, hang on, I wasn't done.
Sprawling cardboard metropolis?
It's this sprawling like it's like the blanket fort
Is
from
this all inspired?
it's like the blanket
Community?
fort from Community, but
Okay.
made of junk and garbage and stuff. But when you get to here, there's like a little rag over here, and there's like it's not a solid wall. It's like it looks like a piece of cloth hanging here.
Which one again?
Cloth.
That one? Oh, this one. Okay. All right.
Yeah, poke my head through here just to make sure we're going the right direction. What do I see?
You see the alley that you were in.
Ah, there we go.
And it is,
All right.
it's daytime.
Oh, jeez.
How time?
The sun is above you in a high-walled courtyard.
We missed the fight.
Oh, jeez. We missed the fight. Oh, God.
Well, sorry, not directly above you.
Oh.
It's like, it's early, it's mid-morning, late morning.
Okay. Do we look
God.
all like, haphazard and still bleeding from the saps hitting us and dirty and and all that?
I mean,
Like we were just kidnapped by bums?
you look like you spent the night in a tent city.
Okay, so we definitely obviously dirty, but like we look bloody. Like it's
There's no blood, but you definitely got lumps.
no blood, huh? I'm gonna take out my small knife and just kind of nick myself on the top of my head, even if I take damage.
Yeah, you'll take a point of damage.
Okay.
Now you're bleeding.
Just look at him. Why the hell did you do that?
Jin, if we're gonna sell the fact that we are not at 100% through no fault of our own, and we need to reschedule the fight, if there's any chance of that, we got to sell it. Being dirty and grungy isn't enough.
Okay, well, you're bleeding, so we're good. Don't touch me with your dirty knife.
Alright,
Dirty knife.
so it is.
I saw how you were.
It is some kind of time in the morning. It's not yet noon, so it's prior to noon. You don't know exactly, but I mean, you could wager something between 9 and 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a beeline back to the arena, running, to first find Wallace, and then hopefully go talk. I don't know, go to the registration office and try to explain what happened.
Noted.
Ask for.
Cut to Mike. Mike, you have a peaceful, eventless evening of sleep. You wake up feeling rested and refreshed. You notice that your companions have still not arrived, and your day begins.
Bloody blood and darkness. What? Why? Oh no. I'll get up. Enjoy the plumbing. I don't know, get like my stuff all together, shield armor, what have you, put everything back on. Just like throw some synth down real quick and then type in Leganor's name into the touchpad thingy.
Okay. Great. You do that. And it goes and shows you a blip on the map in the Scholars District.
I'll type in Jin's name.
Similar thing. Flutter, flutter, flutter. And shows a blip on the map at the Tin Horn in the Scholars District. Or,
What
around the Tin Horn. It's not, like, super precise.
What? Why? Wallace would know this. Mike's forgetting because I don't think. Did we? Was the fight at 11 or 1?
The fight is at 11, if I remember.
Okay, I think that's. I believe that's also accurate, but I just couldn't. All right, and it's what time now?
You woke up. Now you didn't go to bed when you wanted to. You looked for Seth, so you did get to bed late-ish. It was probably after midnight, so it's like 8 or 9.
Okay. And how long would it take me to get to? How long, like from experience walking over there before? Like, how long do I think it would take to get to like walk over there and back?
To go from the arena to that area of the Scholars District, it would take, and this will be an estimate.
Sure.
I just gotta look at the distance here.
Yeah, I'm not on that map, so I can't measure it.
Let's see, you're here, so that's like there. it's about a mile walk.
So probably 15 minutes at a clip, decent clip, going 4 or 5 miles an hour. Okay. Walking
Yeah, it'd be
4 miles
like
an hour.
it would
Yeah, all right.
be at least a 30 to 60-minute round trip, depending on how how it took you to get there. Also
And
knowing
it's
that once you're not staring at a panel, you have to now remember how to get to where you're going.
well, yeah. I would yeah. Okay. And it's the place, right? So I just basically keep punching in letters. Why did they get what? Oh, I'll find out. I think they had all their stuff on them, right? Like I don't have like Finga's guns aren't in the room, right?
Correct.
Or his weapons. Okay.
No,
Like
yeah,
they had.
they're equipped, not stripped.
Okay. I'll grab a few extra synth bars. So I'm gonna have to feed them and head out the door, thinking like maybe they found a local hotel. I don't know. So yeah, I don't see the map, but basically my plan is to like head over there, get across the bridge, and then basically like plug in. Basically just plug their names in again to like keep guiding me to like help me get there
Gotcha.
and try to basically get to their dots.
That's gonna be a slower walk because you gotta
Right,
keep
so-
stopping. So
Yeah.
that will easily take you 45 minutes or so to get to where you're trying to get to.
Okay. If that's taking that long.
So, but I mean, you don't necessarily know that until you're on the way.
Yeah, I think I'm about halfway through because I know we have to get there. We have to be at the administration by 10 because we need to be there an hour before the
Yeah,
fight.
and it's
So if
like,
I realize,
it's like almost 9 now.
okay, no, if I'm realizing this is going to take, like, I'll get across the bridge and I'm like, oh, god damn it, it's going to take too long. I'll plug in one more time, and if they're still, like, I'm guessing, I don't know, they're not moving.
At this hour, they're still in the same location near the tin horn.
All right, I'm going to head. Okay, in that case, realizing that it's going to take too long, and remembering that I need to be there an hour ahead of time, I will head over to the quartermaster.
Okay. Let me move you to this. And remember where the hell all your tokens are.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the registration, so.
I can move you, no problem. So you enter the quartermaster, and it looks just like it always does, with people checking out equipment, checking in equipment. The 9 a.m. fight is at this point in
Yeah.
process. You hear the crowd like cheering mildly.
I don't remember the guy's name.
The old
remember the
grizzled guy is behind the counter, same guy you always
Yeah.
see.
So, I mean, it's hopefully like 9:30 at this point versus 10.
Yeah, that's a little early.
So I'll walk up to him. Pardon me, good sir.
Oi, hello.
I find myself in a bit of a quandary.
Bit of a quandary, eh? What's the problem then?
I'm supposed to fight in a 4-man, and what? Hold on, I haven't warmed up. What accent am I doing?
Yeah, come on,
Sparkles.
Fingers. Yeah, Sparkles.
There we go. That's better. Right. So when damn it, why am I slipping into? This is what happens when I don't warm up.
Sparkles, Fingers. Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, that's right. I gotta remember the character that I. Okay, got it. So I don't understand. What is that? Okay. So I'm supposed to be coming up here to do the 4-man, right?
Hey,
I'm the only one here.
4-man fight, eh?
Yeah. What do I do if it's just me and my 2 compatriots have decided to not arrive?
Well, if you're down a man, we will give you a house man.
Right. If I'm down 3 men.
Or if you're down 3 men, we'll give you a house man, and then we'll have the enemy team choose the 2 they want to send. That way it's fair.
Huh. So you just have. All right. That's interesting. It would just be it would turn into a 2-on-2 fight. They'd be okay with
I
that.
mean, show must go on, eh? We can't have a lap-sided fight. 4v2's not fair, and 1v1's pretty boring if they're looking for a group. So we'll pare it down to 2v2. You can use a house man. That's basically the standard operating procedure around here.
All right. You don't have anything like what do you got? Like messenger birds, ravens, some way of getting a hold of somebody anyway in the city, like fast?
He points to the panel on the wall.
Huh. I'll walk over to the panel and like, can you tell me how to talk to send a message to somebody on this thing?
If your party's at home and you send them a message to their home, their panel will ping and they'll go answer it.
All right. So it won't find somebody standing around the city though. They gotta be at a place.
Oh no!
It's not like a pigeon that'll go fly to wherever they are.
No, messenger pigeons. What do you think? It's the Dark Ages.
Right. Well, in the meantime, while I'm trying to see where my compatriots went, I will hand him the letter.
Was that what you're supposed to do? Hand it to the quartermaster?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was trying to remember it all out. I was like, oh, that's right. I gave him a letter. What was he supposed to do with that letter? Yeah. All right. So that's great. He takes the letter. He looks at it. He goes, all right then. Well, looks like, and he like pretends to tap on his little screen. Well, looks like you'll be paired with Skull Crusher the Brave today. Quite lucky of you.
Anything I should know about Mr. Skullcrusher?
He's quite capable, let me tell you. You should be in good hands.
Glad to know.
Luck of the draw, good lottery.
Especially if it's just going to be me and him. We'll see. And I'll basically at this point, I'm just kind of like every 5 minutes, like plugging in the names to be like, well, let's see if it's just me. Like,
So every 5 minutes you plug in the name and it continues. They continue to be in the same place until, well, they continue to be in the same place, and when you do your check at like 5 minutes or like 10 minutes to fight time, just before it's time for you to get to your corner.
right.
Cut back to Jeff and Zach.
Ha!
We're running full steam ahead. I'm running full steam ahead to where we need to be for the fight.
Yeah, I'm cheesing it. We're just moving.
All right, cool. So at about 10 minutes to fight time, you see their blips have started to move from their location.
Actually, I may have just given up at half an hour beforehand and just been like, it's just gonna be 2 minutes.
Okay, if that's the case, then that's fine.
That's actually probably what I've done. Like, they passed out. There's something like, I can't do, and then and I'm looking around like, well, I can't get a hold of Seth. I don't. Maybe better off. Just like go get ready. Just basically like I don't know, start stretching and warming up.
10 minutes before fight time, or so yeah. When do you leave the quartermaster? Is my question.
Me?
Yeah.
I thought we went from the quartermaster into the arena.
Is that true? I thought you went in from the sportsbook side. Maybe it's the maybe it's the quarter. Yeah, right. It's over here. Sorry, I'm losing track of my own system because I have these like multi-purpose maps. I forget what they're all doing. Okay, yeah. So.
I was gonna say if that was like I would have left a half an hour ahead of time to go to the sportsbook if that's where we entered. I thought we came in from here.
Yeah, it's from here. About 10 minutes to fight time. Where is it? Dun 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 dun. Na, 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 na. This guy shows up next to you.
Mr. Crusher, is it?
That's what they call me, Skull Crusher the Brave. He is a gnome. He stands roughly 2'8". He has a little pipe in his mouth and a rucksack across his back. He's wearing some muslin clothing, some leather, like a leather belt, some nice boots, and he has like a bandana.
Does he have any weapons on him?
Not that you can see. He's holding a pipe.
What's your tool of the trade there, Mr. Crusher?
Oh, I got lots of tools in my trade.
Sorry, you cut off the first half of
I
it.
got lots of tools to my trade. Come on, it's fight time, young'un.
You been doing this a long time now, Mr. Crusher?
Oh, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What needs being done, I get done.
How often you've seen a full man turn into a two-person?
Or last time I saw that happen was going on a few years back, but it happens occasionally. Sometimes fighters to get drunk, to get lost. A lot of reasons teams bear down to only two. This is my favorite character I've ever had. I want to play a PC with this voice so badly now. This would be the voice of the character in the campaign that Mike runs in Emrae.
Someday, maybe. Alright, well. I hope your reputation certainly precedes us, sir. I hope we can,
you're in good hands, I swear. Let's go.
I take one more look outside just to, maybe they're coming, and then resigned to the fact that they're not, unless they are.
Nope. Nothing you can tell.
And
they're moving slightly, like they've moved.
I haven't touched. I haven't.
Okay. They're not around physically.
Right. Well, yeah. No, I looked to see if at this point might be better off, and then we'll walk in.
All right. So we switch back to Leganor and Jin. After a harrowing evening, your head ringing from the pain of the knockout, you race through the city, back over the bridge, bumping, weaving in and out Assassin's Creed style through crowds. You arrive to the arena, and as you approach, you hear the sounds of cheers and jeers as a fight seems to be in progress.
I look at Leganor. What do we do? Bust in?
Keep running. See if we can sneak in.
I'm gonna bring your tokens to the right outside the sports book. I just gotta make sure they're controlled by you and they have vision so you can see. This always takes so long because there's so many NPCs I've created. I never realized how many characters I've entered into this campaign until I have to assign you to control your tokens.
Just out of curiosity, what do you see? Do you see just a whole page's worth of tokens?
I see a drop down with every named thing I've put in the game.
Oh.
Throw underscores in front of our names, so at the top of the list.
That's not the worst plan. Can you both see now?
Where?
Should be over here.
Yeah, we're all the way. Yep.
I just don't know where we are.
Over here, bottom left.
Bottom left
by the sports book.
All the way to the bottom left.
Bottom left. Yep. Okay. Yep.
All right,
I
cool.
see him.
So you guys are about here. You know the hustle and bustle of an active fight area in the arena is going on, and you're in the sports book. Where are you headed, Jeff? I missed where you moved.
I assume we have to go to the quartermaster, right?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
I want to book it towards the quartermaster.
All right. Sorry. Let me move you over here so they can't see that. You enter the quartermaster.
Can't go in.
You can go in the quartermaster, but
I cannot.
No, it's not letting in.
oh, is there
same
a
here.
dynamic
There's an
lighting I
invisible
didn't
door.
delete? Yeah.
Or an invisible door or something now.
Yep. There we're in. Okay. I run up to the counter. We're here.
We made it.
A snow cone.
I'm a snow cone.
What's that, that 8?
We're supposed to fight with Wallace. 4-man fight coming up now.
Coming up now?
Get us in there.
Oh, that fight's in progress. You missed that boat.
Not by much. Can you squeak us in? We were accosted, kidnapped,
Open your ears,
robbed.
young son.
Look, he's bleeding.
That fight's going on. Best you can do is watch from the stands and hope he does well. They pared it down to a 2-man. It'll be 2v2.
There's nothing you can do.
What do you want me to do? I can't open a locked door.
I look at Jin and I say, well, I guess we're going to watch him fight.
I can't
Fine.
hear what you're saying.
I'm not in the mood to fight anyway.
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm trying not to table talk.
Oh, gotcha.
I have ideas in my head.
I understand. All right, we're gonna cut, and we're gonna actually go back in time just a second to here. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
All right, so if we're like walking up through the door, I want to like just very briefly to. So, Mr. Skullcrusher, I'm used to fighting with two other people that do most of the hurting, and I'm the one that kind of protects them. So I'd be much obliged if you could stick close to me so I could do my best to protect you so that you can dispatch the two people we're up against. My job is to typically be a wall of sorts, if that makes sense to you.
Oh, sure.
Think you can adjust your tactics to that?
I'm happy to stand behind the big guy with a shield, that's for sure.
Perfect.
All right,
We'll do just fine.
Make this token you, and then a vision on. Okay.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this fight now? Starting at 10 o'clock? DM?
We're gonna at least start it.
Okay. What are the? I never remember what these tokens, what these circle numbers actually mean.
Oh, I usually input this for you. Hang on. This should be HP. I would have normally prepped this, but I have a lot of work to do at work lately, so I'm unable to do that like I used to.
Somebody's got to do all this adulting now that he like works and parents and stuff.
Okay, you got it?
Oh, that should be 89. But yes.
Should be AC, speed, AC, HP, speed. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Full up round. It's got to be like a long rest reset to all these things on the character sheet.
Yeah, that'd be
anyway,
nice.
All right.
All right. So, the doors open. You are ushered into the arena. Arbiter Jong stands at the thing. What's the name of the thing I called it? The
platform?
Yeah, he's up here. Two clockwork like usher thingies. They come in from behind you. I can't find their tokens. We're just going to use our brains.
Okay.
And they one of them puts its like hand on his back, and the other one puts its hand on your back, and starts to push you this way. And the other one pushes him this way.
Oh, they're separate.
Yep.
God damn it!
And it puts him in this corner, and it pushes you over to this corner. And on the other side,
I'll come find you, Mr. Crusher.
the other side, you see, these are just images there. The other two people shoved to the other two corners. Arbiter Jong says, "Welcome to the next arena fight. In this particular battle, the objective is very simple. You needn't slash each other apart or pound each other into the ground. The only goal is to retrieve the orb. The first member to touch the orb will win the fight for their team." And as he's saying this, a pedestal in the center of the arena. What level is that on? Is that on the map? Raises in the middle, that blue orb. Do you see it?
I do. It's not in the center, but I see it.
Okay. It's roughly in the center, yeah.
I'm like, that's biased to their side. This isn't fair.
It's roughly in the center. It raises up from the sand on this little pedestal. It's like 4 feet up in the air.
Okay.
And the orb is about this big, and it's this swirly blue and white. Almost looks like the Earth like the swirly clouds, but it's not the Earth. Obviously, it's just a glowy blue orb. And he says, "At the sound of the gong, this battle will commence. Fighters, hands on the walls." And you see the other fighters move to the wall and place their hands on the walls on the two corners that they're next to. One or both hands. I know you have a shield.
Got it.
And
Yep.
then the like lit orb dome thing here starts to like project like a hologram into the sky, a countdown. And it says 10, 9, 8, and when you hear 8, you hear like a rumbly, grindy noise, and in front of you and all throughout the arena, from the sand starts raising like walls.
It's a goddamn
Gonna
maze.
keep getting higher and higher and higher.
Ah.
By the time you see the countdown say 2, they're roughly 15 feet-ish tall, and I have to do this.
Darkness.
Oh no, sorry, it should be daylight mode.
And you're blind.
Sorry,
Good luck.
I had to turn it on, but I had to turn daylight mode on. And then a couple seconds later, you hear.
I'm assuming I roll for initiative.
Yes,
Or
you
should
will
I
roll
just
for
start
initiative.
next time?
I mean, do we have to end at 10 or 10:30?
I don't have to go to work tomorrow,
Yeah,
so
I mean it's up to the guys. I'm good till at least 10:30.
Yeah, I can go to 10:30.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah. So let's at least get a little bit of this in. That'll be fun.
okay.
So
Out of curiosity, where? Never mind.
I just gotta run some initiatives. And
Hey, that's a first. Well, not yet. I don't know what sure the next one is.
oh, ah, crap! I didn't clear it. Remember these numbers here.
Well, they're on the side.
Yeah, clear. Okay. So you. Where's the add turn? And then you. I hate how janky this is. Add turn. You. Add turn. Pull that back up. Okay, where were my initiatives from up here? 3.14, so we'll call 3. And then he had a 6. And you got a 16?
I did.
Great. Add turn, 16. Okay, cool. Bum, bum,
Can I try? So my thought is, I'm literally trying to watch the edges of the walls as they come up to try to see if I can't mentally map out what it looks like as it's going up. At least my corner. Like trying to investigate, like just try to like itch into memory in my brain, like okay, where I can possibly see holes in the walls, like as it's coming up. If that's I mean, DC 30 or something, that's cool. But
yeah,
like
no,
I don't know.
I know what you're trying to do. There's no way you'd get the whole arena map memorized.
No, just like like even my corner. Like there's I get that it's far, but like even like the closest. I don't know.
Roll a something. Give me a second. Let me just see what the different skill options are for rolling. What would that best be suited for? I would say roll a survival check. Yeah. You know that. Well, you can't even really see much because of this thing, so really your line of sight is there. I guess all that you would know is that the wall to the left, like this wall, seems to be unbroken. So even where the door was, something came up, so it seems to be a solid wall all the way down the edges.
Well, I already know that, right?
Well, not
That's
just
just on the
like
wall.
not just this stone here, but like even where the door is, there's like a new wall in front of the door, so it's flat all the way down. Because if you look at the map,
Okay.
ordinarily the doors are set inward, and new walls rose up like inside. Like all the walls are new. They're not just the arena walls.
Okay.
Okay, it's your turn.
5, 10, 15.
Just real quick, Jim. We can't see anything, or at least I can't. It's
Oh
completely
yeah, you
black
guys
for me.
aren't on the map, but you're also not there yet, so that's okay.
Okay, good, fine.
Whoa, wait, what? Weird. Okay.
So wait a minute. Did you go through a wall? What just happened?
I'm not sure. All right, hold on. 5.
Do the thing where you drop your token so I can see your path. Like as you drag, right click squares.
Okay. Oh, there we go. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Are you
45.
dashing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
35. 60.
All right. As you run there.
Do I need to go backward a little bit?
Nope. Literally
Okay.
where you stop, which is nice for me.
Oh, these aren't square walls. Okay. Jagged.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it, anyway. Well. Is this gonna matter? No, that just makes it if I pass. Never mind. That doesn't actually change the rule at all. Fuck.
So as you step on that space, a spike strip erupts from your feet. The floor beneath you erupts in a bed of spikes shooting upward, and you suffer 10 piercing damage.
Jeez.
Ow. I used to have problems coming out of the floor.
10 plus 3 piercing damage.
Oh.
Oh, that's why.
Damn it. Oh well.
After they trigger and you suffer that damage, they remain up. Like they don't come back down.
Okay. Right, I'm kind of stuck in them then.
Yeah, so I need to. Yeah, I mean you can get yourself out. You're not like trapped.
Okay.
But they don't retract, so you know that they're there.
Okay.
And that ends your turn.
Okay. Now you get to move 3 people around that we can't see.
Okay, goes like this to there.
Oh, that's funny. I can see his movement, but not him. That's funny.
I can actually also see the movement.
Oh, that's weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
This
bizarre.
one to here. Then you hear some stuff. You hear like. And this guy just here, and then you hear some of them ching clank clink clank clink ching clank clank. And it's your turn again.
I'm gonna keep moving this west, but at the same time I'm gonna try to look up and see if I can see any of the crowd that may be like pointing.
At this vantage, you can't see the crowd in either direction.
Okay. Oh, because the walls are too high and I'm running into the other. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 5.
When you step there, more spikes erupt. So take a deck save.
Right here.
The very next step.
Okay. Well, not my forte. All right. So clearly get off the
I can't
wall.
get the chat back. Chat, come back. Chatty, come back.
All right. So how much damage do I take there?
I can't tell. The chat disappeared. I don't know how to get it back. I gotta refresh. One moment, please. Sometimes I accidentally double-click the chat window, and then thinking that if I close the pop-out, it'll return. I close it, and then it's just gone forever.
That's annoying.
Yeah. It is very annoying. Deck save 5. Okay. So that's cool.
No, it's not. All right, so get away from the wall. Got it.
That is another 10 piercing damage.
All right, so 5. Oh, I can't get around this stupid thing. Fuck. All right. I don't know. I'm gonna try to hug this spot without trying to go on this thing if I can.
Yeah, I mean you're in this space, but nothing happens.
Okay.
So that's 10 movement.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Croucher!
Yeah, you do. You see him.
Stop there. Wait for him to get to and like, come on! Or I don't know. Or actually, let's see, 45. I'll step back. Okay, 45. Wait, no, 50. Crap, what was I at? 50, 55, 60. Okay, so I can see him, but I just poked around the wall for a second just to like take a look.
Okay.
Okay.
He says,
Nothing else happens?
Nothing else happens.
Okay.
Whoa, there you are, young man. I was looking for you. This is an interesting situation we found ourselves in.
You haven't seen this before?
Oh, the old labyrinth trick. Yeah, they're different every time.
You got any pointers?
Well, you want to make sure you watch your footing.
Is this just dumb luck? We just gotta split up and hope we get to it first?
Well, if we split up, we could, but it's probably better if we're together if you're going to be the shield man.
Are we gonna fight things in here?
Oh, it's very possible.
Alright, stay behind me.
Oh, yes, sir.
That may have taken a round, but worth it to communicate.
Sure. These 2 turns happen. These things are doing their thing. Bump, bump. And it's your turn.
Stick behind me.
Sorry, this is really boring for you guys. I am going to bring you along. But how are they going to see without dynamic lighting?
They can see from above, right?
Yeah, well, I was going to bring them along at that point, which hasn't happened yet. I guess I'll just wait. That's fine. There's an X number of rounds of combat until they actually were to arrive.
Oh. Alright, so...
Well, let's break. So this has been happening. It is at this point in the fight. It has 2 rounds. It's at this point in the fight that Jin and Leganor are at the quartermaster. So we'll cut back to Jin and Leganor.
I'm just gonna go watch the fight.
Yeah, I guess at this point, let's just go up to the top and watch, and maybe we can help them out a little bit.
They can probably detect that.
See.
Oh. All right, then. You're up here. Welcome to join the stands as anybody else would. Good luck, Root. Cheer them on hard. Maybe they'll win.
So like lethargically and tiredly drag my dragonborn tail up the stairs to the viewing platform.
All right. So let's see. How do I do this so that you guys can see everything, but they can't?
But Wallace can't.
Yeah. I didn't think that through. But I will drag your tokens onto the map for show. I thought I did. There should be tokens on here. Come on, token. Here we go. Leganor and Jin. Let's see. Name represents Jin. This is the most amount of time I spend in this game. Dynamic lighting has vision. Save settings here. Represents Leganor. Dynamic lighting has vision. Save settings.
Go off this tab just in case you accidentally give me dynamic lighting. Just in case you accidentally reveal the map to me.
So you guys can't see anything, right?
Let's see our tokens.
Yeah, but you
see
can't
tokens on
see
the left
fight
side.
because there's dynamic lighting there.
Correct. No.
All right. How do I give you guys vision into what's happening, but not Mike? This is hard.
I would say, if in doubt, just
You can't select different lighting for different people? That's surprising to me.
No, because dynamic lighting is map. It's a map setting, and then your token either has vision or doesn't have vision.
So you can't. There's no elevation. There's no they're 50 feet up.
No, at least not that
Okay.
I know anything about. I can check some other settings. Details. So I wish there was like a setting like can see through dynamic lighting or something.
See all, yeah.
Advanced settings. So maybe it's in advanced settings. Light multiplier. Nope. Legacy lighting.
That
No.
doesn't sound right. But
Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I guess what I could do, just so you can see, like, no, because you'd be able to see it all. Why don't you guys just watch stream? Just pull up the Twitch stream, and then you can see what I see. Just know that, you
Good
know,
idea.
you guys are... Just know that you guys are not to, like, tell Mike what's going on, obviously.
Unless we decide to.
Unless you decide to.
Ah.
But, like, it have to be within the confines of the game, so just blurt it out
Fair
across
enough.
the table is my point. There's also things that you wouldn't know, so you're going to have to play with a little knowledge that you don't see. So, like, this is revealed.
Mhm.
That's the only thing that's revealed. The orb is... Because you're seeing, like, the GM layer, so you're getting a little more information than you should. But I don't see any other way to show you what's happening. So,
What are you saying is revealed?
I'm pinging over here.
the spikes that have been released.
Yeah.
Okay.
These
Anything else?
two squares had... I'll put a mark on them. These two squares have had spikes released.
Can we see the walls or no?
Yeah, you can see into the walls from your
Okay.
vantage, so you can like watch the fight.
Got it. I see what
If
you're
you're
saying.
a boring fight,
I
you can
see.
watch it.
Yep, got it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So this has been triggered. This has been triggered. And nothing else that you guys can currently see has been triggered, except this is happening here, and this is happening here. All right. All right. Back to you, Mike.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And I want to make sure he's sticking up with me, so, like, I don't know. I would hope, like, I could do all 60 feet, but he, like, can still follow without me being like, around the corner.
Why don't you do it in, like, smaller increments?
Okay.
Just so I can. Oh my god. Yeah. So as soon as you get to, I have to wait for the movement to happen before I get. As soon as you get to that square, so I forget how much movement that was.
I was here. 5,
5, 10,
10,
15.
15, 20, 25, 30.
So after 30
30.
feet of movement, he's standing right behind
Right.
you.
And
Yeah, deck save.
the wall's going to be killed by the floor. The floor is lava! That show was pretty entertaining.
What the heck is the DC on that?
I'm sure it's not 10.
It's not 10.
Sure it's higher
So
than 10.
you do take some more damage. 7 piercing damage. And there's spikes here. Upon that occurring, he shouts at you and says, "Whoa! I told you to watch your footing. If you go a little slower, I might have something to help with that." And he kneels down, even though it's your turn. He kneels down, he reaches into his sack, and he pulls out a small, little, like, clockwork toy. And he winds the thing up, and he puts it down, and it starts, and it steps here, and spikes erupt around it, and it keeps, and it steps here, and spikes erupt around it. So these are triggered.
Is it also crashing a symbol?
It's not crashing a symbol. That happens, and then when it gets here, it stops moving because it's unwound. There you go. Now you can tell where it's safe, where it's not.
All right. Send another one of them that way, pointing where I'm facing.
Yeah, well, let's see what I got for that over there. So he kind of walks through the spikes to where the toy is. He reaches in his sack, and he pulls out what looks like a little, kind of shaped like a bird, but it doesn't have like a head. It's like a tube, and it's got like rigid wings, and like the tail kind of goes up in the air, and it's got like 2 arms in the front like this, and he like winds the arms up like a spiral, like something you've never seen before. It's a little model plane, but you don't know what a plane is. So he spins the arms around, and then he lets it go, and it flutters around this way to here, to here, to here, to here, and then it lands on the ground here, and he says, "Seems safe that direction." And he says, "It also looks safe this way."
All right. Going north. 35, 40. Oh, man. Crap.
Stop. When you
I'll. About what, here?
Yeah, right there. When you stand there, to your left, you see this.
Mr. Crusher, I got a spider. I'll stop there.
What did I just move accidentally? I gotta go to the token layer. Grab this, grab him. Alright, okay. So, the spidery looking thing. Dun, 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 dun. Skitters up near you. And oh, where is it?
Well, it doesn't have an initiative yet. I don't know if that matters.
It doesn't. Where's the thing? Did I not put it? Did I put it in the bio, but I didn't put it in the... Yeah, that should be in the darn thing. Doggone it. he stands up near you, and then he spits. But it's not spit because it's not alive. It just fires out these metal cables that cover the area. And so, this area is all covered in this like metal cable webbing like thing. And you are not in contact with any of it, but it's around you in all directions, making this difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain, yeah.
And I do need to get a turn. You are correct. It's Wallace's turn. Descending. Wallace. Okay. You hear that noise that you heard earlier from further away when he does that.
Wait, what?
When he ejects that webbing.
Oh, I keep hearing that noise?
When he does that, you hear the noise that you heard from further away.
Further away. Got it. Not the only ones that are dealing with this. Wonderful. Okay. Well, that's my turn. I mean...
Yeah. So he goes, well, this is a predicament. I don't know if I got anything for these things. Hope you can deal with that.
Can you help me break it?
Oh, I'll see what I can do. Let me read what I wrote, if that's a possibility. Yeah, alright. He reaches into his... I did it again with the darn chat. How do I redock this chat? I hate that. I hate it. Go back to your home. Reload. I hate that so much.
Go to your hole.
Anyway, he digs in his sack of tricks, and he produces... I think it's Wallace's turn. Actually, it's his turn now. Yeah, so he digs in his little sack of tricks, and he produces a wrench. And he begins going to work on the wrench. I mean, using the wrench on the web. And when he touches the web with the wrench... he has to make a dex save. And fails. The web emits an electrical spark when he touches it, and it deals some damage to Skullcrusher.
Wait. I'm confused. What shocked what?
He touched the webbing with a wrench in an attempt to dismantle it, and when he made contact with it got sparked, and he appears stunned.
This is problematic. Is the webbing still attached to the spider?
It is not attached to the spider. It is like anchored at points around the walls and the floor, and it takes up an area roughly in total like 150 square foot.
Good lord!
So it's like on the floor, up the walls. So like the total area is like, I mean, you're not a mathematician geometrist, but just It's not like a square. It's not like just the square in the air. It's a sprawling webbing.
All from one shot of this thing.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, 150 square feet is 10 by 15, so it's not as big as it sounds.
Okay. Size of my room, basically. All right. Let me know it's the spider's turn.
Yeah. All right. So also,
Actually, it is 10:30 now.
oh yeah. Okay, Zach, you need to bounce. We can continue this next session.
I mean,
It'll give me some time.
Let's finish the turn.
It'll
Get
give me
through.
some time to replace
Yeah,
these
get it.
placeholders with actual players. Because it's not a literal thug and scout. It's just tokens I needed to put on the map.
Also, do my two compatriots in the stands have turns?
Fair enough. Why don't you guys roll some initiative just to put you on the board?
Mhm. Now I gotta figure out which window to click here. There we go.
Wait, we got to roll initiative?
Yes.
In theory, you're present for combat, even though you're in the stands watching.
Okay.
Just from like a mechanical standpoint, like, you know, you have the opportunity to interact.
I'm just gonna watch and eat and kick back and nurse my wounds.
You are welcome to do that on all your turns. Okay, so we will sort descending, but it will be. Let's see who went. It will be. Whose turn was it? He did this. He did the webbing on your motion. He hit the wrench. So in theory, upon our return, it will be your turn, Jin, in this spectating of the sport. Okay.
Okay.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and close this session. This is an interesting thing I've never done before, and I hope it works out like it did in my brain. But I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too.
Yeah, the split party's interesting.
We'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, Internet.
Bye, Internet.
Goodbye, interwebs.